So right now our website is fairly plain. So we've got our footer area here, and maybe we can do something like copyright and then the company information. So add in some footer information, and then I'm going to add in some dummy text in here within this main section. So this is our information section. So now going over to the dummy text generator, we can indicate how many words we want, how many characters we want, and so on, how many paragraphs. So maybe I'm going to bring it down to about 30, and I'll have a couple paragraphs there. I'm going to use the paragraph tags there, so copy that out and just place that in our first section, and then also in our second section. So I save that. So that adds in some additional text into there. So now we can see that it's looking a little bit more like an actual website, and that's just by adding in this placeholder information. So one other thing too that we need to do is we want to link it to a style sheet. And the reason that we're going to be linking it to a style sheet is because this gives us the flexibility to link over to the one style sheet and use that style sheet throughout all of our web pages. So our website is actually going to have 3 different pages, and we want to utilize that same styling information on each page, and that's where we set up that link to the style sheet. So REL equals, and the REL is a style sheet, and then we need to href to where that style sheet is located. So I've got a file called style.css, so I'm just going to link over to that and close that up, and then that's just linking over to a style sheet. And this gives us the ability to do styling. So if we want to do something like body, and we could do background color. So if we want to do everything red, we see that because it's attached to that style sheet, all of the pages that are attached to the style sheet are now going to have a background color red. So I'm going to get rid of that, but that was just to demonstrate that things are working properly. So now we can start adding in some styling. So maybe actually first I want to add in an image there just to really spice it up a little bit more. So that's going over to Lorem Pixel. So a number of different websites where you can add in images. So they allow you to set the X, the Y, so the horizontal and the vertical of it, and how big it's going to be. And it's going to allow you to also select different images here, so different types of images. So if you're doing a restaurant, maybe you want to do food or something like that. And we can do color and grayscale, so I'm going to do grayscale. And I'm going to just open this up, and I'm going to place that image within line here within my text, so image. And then I just need to add in the source of that image. So it's taking, for some reason it's taking a little bit of time here to load. So maybe I can do something like this, the sports. I'm going to go over to another resource called placeholder, and this one's going to be a little bit faster, so we're just going to use this one instead. It's not going to be as nice because these are just regular placeholders. So they don't actually have images, but we can see that it loads a little bit faster. So sometimes I do find that Lorem Pixel does take more time loading, but of course it presents it in a better or a more digestible fashion for when you're designing your website. So now essentially we do have all of our placeholder information, and we're ready to go with adding in styling. So we're going to get rid of all of this HTML default styling, create this into a nav, create a header section, and we're going to divide up all of these content areas. So it's coming up, and we're going to do all of this with CSS. That's coming up in the next set of lessons.